Hi guys, welcome back to another Entrepreneur Diaries. My name is Diamond and I own Warm Pages, which is for now a online bookstore catering to Black women readers and writers. And so we use our platform to uplift Black women. It's me getting cozy. We use our platform to uplift We use our platform to uplift Black women in the book community. So we post about their book releases they have coming out. We have New Voices Friday where we post two Black women authors and they just answer a couple questions you can read in the caption box. That's what it's called. And then also we have a stationery shop and just a lot of fun things that happens at Warm Pages. And in today's Entrepreneur Diaries video, I have been struggling to create this video, okay? We're not going to talk about this being my last and final attempt. I think for a while, I know I wanted to create one of these because y'all know this is an ongoing series I have on my page. And I've been posting so many vlogs. If you don't know, also, if you're first time on my channel, I like to post lifestyle vlogs. I show behind the scenes of, sorry, excuse me. I show behind the scenes of me running Warm Pages, stationery stuff, sticker stuff, all the fun things. I also show a little glimpse of my life, me trying to figure it out. I'm 26-year-old business owner, your favorite small business owner and book lover. And yeah, welcome to my channel. Let's get into it because in today's video, I want to talk about a couple things. One of the things that I've been thinking about that I want to talk about is how I went from a struggling business owner to basically going viral overnight. And I don't know what you would say. Okay, let me turn my phone off. I don't know what you would say is a viral moment, but I feel like for me, viral is like, okay, let's say like, okay, so the video I initially posted when I first started talking about, no, probably the second video after I posted, started talking about Warm Pages, it got like 700, no, not 700, 200K views on TikTok, okay? And every video after that that I post talking about Warm Pages was up, okay? And then it went from TikTok to I went and posted it on Threads, went up on Threads too. I gained like 10K followers in like 4 days, I think. So I believe that's a viral moment. But let's rewind and get back to my full story on basically how pivoting was the best decision I could have ever made. So if you watch my Entrepreneur Diaries, you know I kind of talk about these. I talk about my journey a lot of how I had a clothing brand, turned 25, I pivoted, and then I went viral, and then now I am a full-time entrepreneur running Warm Pages. And I would say that like this journey of pursuing wanting to do like entrepreneurship has not been easy. I have a lot of experience of running and operating a business. My mom had a boutique at one point. She actually had a physical location, so I literally used to go get up, open a store up, do inventory, work on a website, talk to customers, sell stuff. Like I feel like it's in me, you know? And while I was helping my mom, like I was redoing her website, every time she got an order online and it would be like, oh, a Google search, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I'm really doing this damn thing. I was completely obsessed with all things clothing brand. I thought that's what I wanted to do. I thought that I wanted to create clothes. I don't really, I'll be honest, that I don't have a true passion for clothes. So now when I think about it, I'm like, see what happens when you don't follow your passion? When you don't follow what you already know and love by heart, that's why you end up getting stuck in something that I loved business and I loved everything about my clothing brand, which was or is called Selected Threads. And the whole concept of it was I was going to commission graphic designers to create stuff for me to put on clothes. And then every time we made a sale for that particular design, they were going to make a commission off of it, like on a month to month or like bi quarterly type basis. So it was kind of like I was constantly always feeding them something. It was not like royalties, you know, like people get when people still get money from TV shows or music that are on. That's kind of how I wanted it to go. So it was going to be like a good rotation of building community and then also giving back to the artists because, you know, I always wanted to give back. My motto has always been giving back to people, especially creative people. It's always been my thing. So for a long time, I worked on my clothing brand. I mean, I was deep in it, doing business research, following other clothing brands, learning about business, learning how to build out your favorite avatar, like not your favorite avatar, learning how to build out your perfect avatar, which is like your customer, the niche person that you are talking to. And I just was like, I'm somebody who holds on to things because I can see what I want the end goal to be like. So I was stuck on this. I mean, like, if you talked to me during that time, all I probably talked about was my clothing brand and how I wanted it to go. And I was talking to manufacturers overseas. I was getting like samples sent to me, and I even created a couple of t-shirts and all of the above. I learned how I was teaching myself, didn't learn, but I was teaching myself how to screen print. Just like completely obsessed with it, right? I literally would never forget me going to my lash appointment and being like, I think I want to do a bookstore. And literally from there, I just started going and going and going, and then bought the name, registered the business, figured out I wanted it to be called Warm Pages. And then I did what I know how to do, which was talk about my business online. I had been doing that up until that point, creating content, talking about it, trying to get people interested in it. So I made one video. It did all right. It did okay. Couple days later, I made another video, and that is the video that completely changed everything. It wasn't completely life changing, but it changed everything for me. I just got on and I said, hey, I'm doing this. It's dedicated to Black women. It's a space. This is what we are. This is what we do. And I literally, like, every time I opened the app, it was like, you know, like at the bottom of the notification, it was like 99 plus, 99 plus, 99 plus. Open the app, 2,000 followers, 1,000 likes, like just crazy. And I've been posting on social media for a long time. I taught myself how to record and edit videos since I was 13. I have been making short form content for a long time. I used to make like aesthetically like coffee videos that would get 700K, 100K. Like I was making videos like that. So seeing big numbers didn't really phase me, but I think for once I'm seeing something of like people in the comments just give me praise and like, oh my gosh, it's a great idea. Oh my gosh, I want to support. Oh my gosh, I'm an author. Oh my gosh, this, that, and the third. Oh, we need something like this. And I was just like, ugh, little old me, little old Diamond has been awkward her whole entire life, that like was shy, still shy, still awkward, but I've definitely grown into myself a lot more since I am in my grown age of 26. Okay. So yeah, I just was completely taken back. I had did what I had always thought to do, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know, it's gonna, I want a little traction, but I literally did not imagine for it to be that big, right? And it was to the point where pages were taking my videos, taking my pictures, creating articles, creating social media posts, and like reposting it. And I'm not even asking, like they are literally just seeing this moment go big, and they're taking it and then they're posting it on their page. So it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm just a girl who loves to read. Like I'm just a girl who loves to escape in a good book, and I love a good cup of coffee. Hello? Hello, here she is right here. So that completely took me off guard. And then every video I posted after that, up like numbers. YouTube channel, up like numbers. And I am completely like, whoa, this is crazy, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm soaking it all in. And then website launch. Boom. I was making an order, a sale every single day. And then momentum started to slow down. I wasn't able to keep up with inventory. I feel like inventory demands, inventory needs. And if I could go back, I would say that one of the mistakes I made that I knew better about was, you know, when you post about it online, you always get people like, oh my gosh, I need to buy that. Oh my gosh, I would love that. Oh my gosh, do you have this? Oh my gosh, do you have that? So in me, I'm like, I need to please these customers. I need to please my supporters. So I started buying a little bit more inventory, even though I was like, I'm gonna keep the inventory small. I should have stayed with that, because then it's like, okay, now I feel like in business, you have to figure out like what is the one or couple products that everybody loves that you can constantly keep restocking. And I feel like I had got just a bunch of different inventory, and then stuff was selling, but then those started to sell down. And then the stuff that was selling fast, I could not bring back in time because I had a little part-time gig that I was working, and it wasn't funding me enough. And then I also had my video editing stuff. So it's like video editing slowed down. That was my extra money that was going into my business. And I was only relying on one check, and that was what I was using to survive off of life. So everything just started slowing down, and I did not know kind of how to bring that momentum back, I feel like. And I started slowing down posting. I started slowing down on everything. And I feel like now, slowly, now I've reached a point which I love, and is that Warm Pages is basically feeding into itself. We get enough. I'll go to like a vendor event, not very often, but every time an opportunity arises for me to set up table, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm setting it up. And also every once in a while it'll be like a really good week where we'll have like five orders throughout the week. And so now, excuse me. And so now the business is able to feed itself. So those costs, like website costs, subscription costs, little things I may need. Like recently, I just had to buy a table for a pop-up shop but they didn't have any tables, so I had to go buy my own. It didn't come from out of my bank account. It came out of the came out of the business bank account, because now the business is able to feed itself, and now I can still invest my money into the business, but it's like all my money is not going into the business because we're making enough to where everything kind of just helps itself, which I absolutely love. And that had been my ultimate goal this whole entire time, was for it to feed itself. Because when you're growing a business, it's gonna be a while before you can actually like pay yourself technically. So I'm like, if I can get it to where I don't have to really do a lot, and those like month to month fees are covered because we make enough money, I'm good with that. And that's kind of where I am now. So I feel like for a while, and I still feel like I have a little bit of imposter syndrome, because like, okay, I always say like this, when you constantly raise the bar, when I was with my clothing brand, I was like here, real, like kind of steady, not really moving. Okay. And I was like, hey, I'm done with that. Let me do Warm Pages. Warm Pages started off here, but now Warm Pages went from here. And then obviously I'm trying to get to here and here, but there's a lot in between that I have to do to get to those points. And then also appreciating all the points I am right now. Like I can say that I work on my business full time. I create content full time. And I absolutely love my life. I get to read books. I get to talk about them on my page. I get to vlog. I get opportunities to where I am collaborating with other business owners in the city. I'm getting to do cool opportunities, and I've just been having so much fun. And it's like, when I reflect and I think back to the past year of my life, from 25 to I'm about to be 27. So 25 to 27, what a great time. I'm telling you, the purpose that I felt upon me to do this, and everything's just flowing so easily, makes me know that I am on the right path, and it feels like I'm on the right path. And I've never felt so great in my life before, up until this point right now. And all I do every day is like wake up and try to figure out how to do better. But at the same time, I wake up and be like, oh my gosh. Like, we are almost at 3,000 followers on our Instagram, Warm Pages Instagram, and Warm Pages Threads account. I started an official Warm Pages TikTok, which is at like 1,000. And then my page is almost at 18K. And it's like, numbers don't mean anything. Absolutely. They say you go viral, being viral and having big numbers don't mean anything. And I personally would rather have more engagement than just having empty followers. That's always been my thing. More engagement, less empty followers. But I would say numbers do sometimes look good when you're trying to pitch yourself, and it's like, hey, look, this is what I've been doing. And I've been building up a community here in St. Louis. So like, I've been doing book events. I've been tapping into the book lovers here. Every opportunity I get to get outside, I try to get outside to sell. And that's pretty majority of like where a lot of the money comes from, while also pushing our online community. That's why I have two different Instagrams, one for local stuff, and then just our overall page where we post all things Black women authors, all things Warm Pages, all things products that's coming to the shop. And I also have this nice little, I'm tapping into creating our own stationery products, because people really want to see that. I've talked to people in person, and it still blows my mind, okay, when I go to these events And I started talking about Warm Pages, and they're like, "Oh, girl, I already follow you." And I'm like, "Oh, here I am giving you my whole spiel, and you already see me on the internet. You already know what's up about Warm Pages." And even like most recently, my mom, she had connected with this lady, and she said how she liked to read. And she was like, "Oh, my daughter has this company." And she actually came to the event that I was at, and she was like, "Yeah, I spoke to your mom, and she told me about this event that you were going to be at." And then she said, I sent it into my group chat with my book lover friends. And they was like, "Oh, girl, we already know about Warm Pages." There's been a few times where I'm out and about and someone will come up to me and be like, I've been called the book lady. I have people come up to me and be like, not to be weird, but I follow you online. I like watch your YouTube. Like, it literally, like, I never, not saying I never imagined it, but it's like when you keep thinking of a certain life that you want to live and it's only all you kind of think about, and then to actually see it happen in real time in real life. Like, even recently I went to a wax appointment. I'm getting waxed. I'm talking to her. We start talking about books, and I tell her, "Yeah, I like have a business that I run." And before that, she was like, "Ah, you look really familiar," but I'm never somebody that's going to be like, "Did you see my TikTok or did you see me online?" Like, no, I'm not ever going to do that. So we have found out that we have some people in common that we knew from my high school. But then I started talking about my business, and I was like, "Yeah, I got Warm Pages." And she was like, "I think that's also where I've seen you from. Like, I've seen you on my timeline." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, girl." Here I am just trying to get a little wax, and you know me. Like, and it never will not amaze me. Like, it would never not amaze me. Numbers will never not amaze me. The support will never not amaze me. And people still sticking with my business and putting their money into my business. Like, I really, really try my best to have good business practices. I try to have great customer service. I try to please the supporters. I try to get orders out as quick as I can. Like, damn, if you order early in the day, trust your package will be at the post office by end of day if I can. You know, like fast shipping. Like, I try to do all those things because I really do care about people that will spend their hard-earned money with me. And then it's also not even just about the products and about the, obviously it's a business and it has to make profit and all those things, but also just being able to read the positive messages that I get, and the Black women authors that take the time out to email us, and me being able to put them on our platform. And a lot of times, and some of the times these authors are first time authors. I've been told like, "Hey, y'all was the first people to post about my book." And it just makes me feel really good because, you know, not all the Black authors don't get the same opportunities. And it's just like the more I keep immersing myself into this online community, I realize, no, like Warm Pages is bigger than just a bookstore. I want it to be a platform where if you're thinking like, you know, I want to like go, I want to like to read something by a Black woman author. Like, I need somewhere to go. Warm Pages. You know, for a fact, across all genres. Like, I've been adding books to our Black women authors directory. Like, and it just makes me feel really good. And so this journey is just so crazy to me. And all I had to do was pivot. And I know like sometimes pivoting can be hard because you can hold on to something. And I held on to Selected Threads for so long because I put so much into it. I put so much money and time and effort and everything into it. But it just wasn't meant for me to do that. Even when I thought about this bookstore, I always had the bookstore like in the back of my mind. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll do that one day. But I brought it up and I switched the clothing brand, put that in the back of my mind. And it's not like I don't utilize those skills that I learned. That's why it's such a full circle moment, because one day I would love to sell Warm Pages merch. I would love to have Warm Pages hoodies and things like that. So it's just like the things that I learned, being able to outsource vendors or overseas and stuff like that, is still applying to Warm Pages. And that's the beautiful thing about it all. So sometimes in life, you do just have to switch it up and just see what happens. And I feel like if it flows, it goes. But yeah, it's still so surreal to me. And I have felt like I wanted to post this video because I reposted the video that I made last year and it's doing numbers again. And it just made me feel like, wow. And every day I'm getting discovered because you see how I said we only have like 3K followers. There's like so many people in the world. There's so many book lovers out there. So like every single day I find new ways to talk about Warm Pages, talk about our mission, talk about what we want to do. I have been invited to vendor events. We're literally going to Black women who write thriller in October. I have people reaching out, wanting to connect. And it's just like, I'm never not someone that gatekeeps. Like, I'm all about helping the girlies out. Y'all know, if you watch my Entrepreneur Diaries, if you watch my vlogs, like, I say, hey, I did some research. I found this person. I'm kind of following what they said. It was working for me. I think someone messaged me when I had created my first notebook, created my first Warm Pages notebook. And they were like, hey, like, who do you use? And I sent her the website. I said, hey, girl, this is who I use. Great. Got it in good timing. All my notebooks came wrapped. Like, it was great. The fact that I'm able to step into my own creativity too is like trusting myself and trusting my visions and like trusting what I want to see. Being able to commission Black women artists to help me out. It's just such full circle because it's like, not only when you support Warm Pages, you're supporting who I support, which is Black women. Like, I commission Black women artists to make all our art. Y'all support me, y'all support them. We have a whole plethora of Black women authors on our page. You cannot get our Instagram. You cannot get onto our Instagram and not see a Black woman author on it. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. And I love everything about that. And like, I could get emotional, but I won't. I won't, but I can. I'm not going to. But it's just so crazy to think like just 2 years ago, I was lost, just like, I really want this thing to work. Like, I really want to be like posting content online. I really want to share my life a little bit. Like, I really want to do this. I really want to do that. I really want to do my video editing. And it's like everything is just happening in its due time. And I feel like entrepreneurship has really taught me so many things in life. A lot of the things of like my ability to pivot, my ability to just move on and move forward when things don't work out. As a freelance video editor, listen, I have clients that come and go. I have clients that ghost me. I have clients that just stop working with me but don't say anything. And I usually would take that personal and feel down. Like, is it me? Is it my editing? And I'm like, no, it's whatever. Because there's so much that I'm focusing on that's just like, it's okay. I still have the ability. I do edit sometimes, depending on what it is. But I don't take stuff personal no more as much as I did before. And I just learned to just keep going, keep moving, because it's always something for me to be doing. And now I get to proudly say that I do this full time and I absolutely love it. And I'm just able, and I just can't imagine like a year from now. Obviously, open up a physical location is the ultimate goal, but it's like now I'm thinking bigger and bigger and bigger, and like, what can I do? Warm Pages isn't just a one-stop shop here in St. Louis. Like, I can open up multiple locations in other areas because we're so niche and we cater to such a particular audience. I want everyone to get an opportunity to walk into a store and knowing that like this space is filled of Black culture, Black love, Black art, Black women, Black authors. Like, I want you to feel warm and cozy and have those important conversations and all those things, like being able to just relax and chill. And yeah, if there's not anything that you take from watching my content, I want y'all to know that I am literally living proof that all it takes is to pivot, and you're never too late. Even if you're young, just know, like, and even if you're older than me, it's never too late to live out your dreams. It's never too late to pursue that thing that you always wanted to pursue. And if you are 26, 25, trust that I feel like these are the serious years for us to really get it together. But I'm so happy, like, that I just found my calling, and it's been in me this whole entire time. And the fact that everything just comes so easy, like, come on, talking about books, God, what are you talking about? And I'm still so new. I never thought to like actually think that there would be an online book community. So it still blows my mind that there's like a whole community of people that just been here this whole entire time, and I'm really new to it. I've just always been like a little, introverted book lover myself, and then obviously having people in my life growing up who also equally love to read books. But yeah, y'all, that's kind of all I wanted to sit up here and talk about. Is just like my journey from being a struggling entrepreneur to going viral and now doing this full time. And all I do is I just keep pushing. I just stay consistent. I try to talk about my business every day. I try to map out like content pillars that we post. We post inspirational things. We have obviously like our Black women author shout outs. I've been working on having a vault full of art. Like, I've been slowly getting into it and then being able to apply that and put that on products, so it really will feel like Warm Pages' own personal brand. But I also love to support other small, excuse me. I also love to support other small businesses. So that's why I don't think I would ever stop the wholesale buying from other businesses and putting it in our shop. But I definitely want to include more original official Warm Pages products. So if y'all watched this video all the way through, let me know what you thought about it. If you have any questions about anything, I could probably answer them. I'm just a 26-year-old, your favorite business owner and book lover. And I thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching all the way through. And I hope it provided some type of something, value, inspiration. Like I said, I really just use Entrepreneur Diaries to talk about how I'm feeling, where I am. And I feel like as of recently, I've just been doing a lot of reflecting and being like, damn, Diamond, like you really do this. You wake up every day and you work towards your business. Every post that you have ever seen, it's all me. It's all me. I run like 3 YouTube pages. Don't even talk about how many Instagram accounts I run, but I'm posting, editing, creating all the time, and I literally would not change it for the world. And I absolutely love the life that I have built for myself thus far, and I'm so excited to see where it will continue to go. And like, I appreciate everyone who watches my videos, who clicks on my videos, who listen to me talk and ramble and just be my little awkward self, who supports me, supports Warm Pages, all of the above. Like, I don't take it for granted, like, at all, because you could be supporting anybody else, but you choose to support me in my little corner of the internet, and I absolutely love that. And I got love for y'all forever and always. And I will see y'all in my next Entrepreneur Diaries or in my next vlog. You know, I've been real consistent with the vlogs. I've been real consistent. But yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like every time I get done with this and I rewatch it, I be like, oh, I wish I would have said that. So I hope I hit all the points I wanted to hit. If not, we can always come back. We can always come back. But yeah, from struggling to viral to doing this shit full time, man. And I'm gonna keep doing it. I will see y'all in my next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you do want to hear me talk about all things media that I consume, which is books, TV shows, and movies, I do have a second channel, always linked down below. All my favorite business essentials I use, linked down below. All the things I use in my products, not all of them, but most things I can remember to add into my shop my, link down below. All my links to my social medias, if you want to follow me on my other platforms, all down below. And y'all have a blessed day, night, week, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.